Forced sales, you heard me, forced sales are the latest troubling trend in the housing market. Realtors say more people in the Greater Toronto Area are being forced by their lenders to sell their homes. It can happen even when a buyer is meeting all of their payments. There is concern that this trend could signal other problems to come. Here to explain is mortgage agent and host of the Canadian Real Estate Investor Podcast, Nick Hill. Welcome to your morning in studio here.
Thank you. Great to be here.
So these instances known as forced sales happen when interest rates go up, value of your home goes down. They've gone up by 300% in the GTA last year. They can happen even if somebody is paying their bills. Why is this happening more and more?
So 300% year over year, shocking statistic for sure. Anything that goes up 300% usually means that something horrible has happened, something's been broken in the system. I don't know if we're at the breaking point yet, but this is almost a direct result of the interest rate cycle, the hiking cycle that we've seen, kind of an unprecedented hiking cycle. So we've seen interest rates go up, which means the cost of your money is going up, but we've also seen the house prices go down about 18% nationally on average. So kind of things are moving in the wrong way. Yeah,
and who is most vulnerable here?
Most vulnerable would be people that are in tricky situations that have, a second mortgage, that took a private mortgage and they were trying to get into a B mortgage after that, or were with a B lender and then were trying to get to an A lender and had that plan, maybe a 6-month or a year plan, but have now been caught in this hiking cycle. And, unfortunately, it's a lot of mom and pop investors that some investors would call speculators that now aren't able to keep up on these payments, or the lenders coming back to them and saying, I can see your financial situation, you're not able to keep up on these.
So then what happens? What's the next step in the process?
The next step is what people should have been doing the whole time. Do not wait until this happens. If you are approaching a power of sale or a forced sale, you should likely have an inkling that that's probably coming down the pipe. You should know that you're under immense stress, immense financial stress. Talk to your lender. Your lender does not want to be put in a position where they have to take your house and put it on the market. Right. They legally have to get market value for it. They're not in the business of buying and selling real estate. They're in the business of lending money. So be proactive. Go and talk to your lender, your mortgage professional, and if it gets to that point, I would be talking to a lawyer as well.
Man, it's a frightening situation to find yourself in. Is there any way that you can fight back other than talking to your lender? Can you fight back? Can you hang on to your home?
I mean, there are ways. They would all be through that channel of like the legal route with your lawyer, or just getting the best professional advice from a mortgage agent or whatever your lender is. As I said, the lender does not want to be in that position. So if both parties can come together and avoid it, lenders are now doing unprecedented things in these unprecedented times, right, that are allowing people to hold on to their homes.
Man, that puts a lot of power in the hands of the lender.
Sure
it takes time for the full effect, we know, of an interest rate hike to show up in the market. So what does this trend signal to you?
For sure. I mean, to your point, we're seeing probably about 12 months before an interest rate really works its way in. A great way to look at that is mortgage arrears, which is an indicator, a leading indicator for power of sales. However, mortgage arrears probably about a 180-day lagging indicator. And mortgage arrears, which are still at an all-time low, there's 54 million mortgages in Canada, 7,500 of them are in arrears, so literally less than 1%. And the 300% increase that we've seen year over year in power of sales still only makes up 1% of total supply. So it is happening. I don't know if it's happening on a scale that we need to be very worried yet, but time will tell. We could get there in the next 6, 12, 24 months, depending on what happens with the international banking crisis that we're looking at and dealing with right now as well.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, fortunately, we're bringing you this warning sign really early. Nick, great to have you here.
Thanks so much for having me.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this, be sure to subscribe here, or you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.